K-pop idols are used to dealing with very demanding fan bases who can often be downright disrespectful. However, Stray Kids might just be one of the groups who have suffered the most because of their relationship with their fans. Stray Kids are currently in the midst of their Latin American tour, and it's the behavior of some of their fans that has sparked major backlash lately, with viral videos having drawn attention to some disturbing incidents. From fans stalking the group outside their hotel to their free time at the beach, many were outraged to see how others were willing to treat the group during their first time in Latin America. Some particularly upsetting videos showed fans standing outside of their hotel in Brazil while going as far as chanting their name and singing some of their songs in hope that the members would hear. Not only was this a disturbance to all the other hotel guests, but netizens pointed out how Stray Kids were unable to properly rest before their concert because of the large group of people right outside their window. One video showing one of the members standing outside on the balcony was met with heavy criticism by the fandom, as they felt like the member was physically uncomfortable by the fact that their fans were being such a disturbance. The video triggered a wave of strong criticism, with people questioning how the hotel's location was even leaked in the first place. Others took to social media to denounce the sasang behavior, calling it an embarrassing and disrespectful invasion of privacy. People also couldn't help but point out how the members being stalked and disrespected in their free time could lead to Stray Kids not wanting to revisit some of these destinations. If a member can't even step outside for some fresh air without being instantly overwhelmed with screaming fans, why would they want to come back to that? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more news covering your favorite K-pop groups, and make sure to leave a comment with your opinion on the matter. Another upsetting incident during the Latin American tour happened when Bangchan excitedly shared his love for a dish, thinking it was Chilean. While this was a simple mix-up, most fans were surprised to see that he seemingly got backlash from Chilean fans for his mistake, to the point that he had to make a long and heartfelt apology. Many fans felt the apology was unnecessary, but others believed Bangchan had been criticized so often before that he felt pressured to over-apologize for the simplest mistake. However, others took to the defense of Chilean fans of the group, as it was pointed out that most of them didn't see the whole thing as a huge deal either, and that they didn't understand why the apology was necessary. Some comments online even said that they never saw a single person complain about Bangchan's mistake, and that in fact all Latin American fans were extremely happy to just have the dish mentioned. The apology didn't seem to make sense to anyone, and many even pointed out that this might be a direct result of the way the fandom interacts with Bangchan, since a lot of fans seem to have a very parasocial relationship with the leader of the group. What upset some fans was seeing others blame Latin American fans for this, even though similar situations have happened before. Some fans were even shocked by the idea that Stray Kids should avoid certain cities, as holding an entire continent responsible for a few people's actions does nothing to actually protect the group from future issues. It's widely believed, though, that the frustration with Bangchan, particularly among international fans, was the cause of another incident. He had reportedly only asked Korean fans about their lunch and the weather back home, making some feel ignored during the Latin American tour. In fact, there have been ongoing complaints from fans who feel the group favors Korean fans, especially on Bubble. Seeing the way this has seemingly put Bangchan on edge, many felt like his apology with the food could have been influenced by the fact that some fans had scolded him for addressing only Korean fans. Some fans wrote comments like, "I do think it's in poor taste when Stray Kids go on tour, especially to new places, and turn around and send Bubble messages directly to Korean fans. It's so easy to just not." It's even been noted that some fans have waited 7 years to see Stray Kids come to their home countries, and that the members of the group should do their best to be as loving as possible to those fans when finally being able to visit them. This has seemingly been a recurring issue with some international fans since their Maniac tour back in 2022, where they raised similar issues in online spaces. However, it's also been pointed out that Bangchan is one of the members who is often most accommodating to their international fan base, which is why many were hurt by his Bubble messages. While some fans saw this as disrespectful, others were very critical of this behavior, arguing that the members should be allowed to talk about what they want on Bubble. It was even mentioned that it's impossible to accommodate all time zones, and that the members can't always address everyone at once. Of course, the parasocial relationship that the fans have with the members is a serious problem, but this goes further because many of them often seem to want to decide things for the group as they think they know what is best for them and like to verbalize this as much as they can. Another comment has stated how these issues also always seem to surround Bangchan, Bangchan, with some fans seemingly never being sufficiently satisfied by how well he treats his fans. The netizen also pointed out how Bangchan might even have had a hand in causing this sort of behavior, as he often encouraged fans to think of him as a very important presence in their lives, saying, "Bangchan and fans both need time out from one another, frankly, because both seem to be emotionally overactive to an unhealthy degree." However, as many other fans have pointed out, Bangchan is hardly deserving of all the blame he's getting, as he truly is just trying his best to treat fans the best he can. Despite the hate and disappointed comments, he still does his very best to include international fans, especially as he has been thanking his Latin American audience after every show and shown great excitement to be abroad. Unfortunately, it seems like at the end of the day, pleasing all fans can truly be an impossible task that no idol deserves to get hate for. Stray Kids Hyunjin also found himself at the center of a disturbing wave of hate last year, all on what should have been a joyous occasion during his birthday. Instead of simply celebrating the day with fans, Hyunjin was met with a wave of malicious messages, many of which appeared to come from supposed fans of fellow member Felix. This shocking display of hostility escalated to an alarming degree, with people even going as far as threatening his life with a seemingly organized hate campaign flooding social media platforms. There were fans who went as far as hijacking Hyunjin's birthday hashtags on Weibo, flooding them with hateful remarks, face-shaming insults, and disturbing messages. Additionally, these individuals changed their avatars to a chilling phrase like Day Hyunjin, all with the intent to ruin his special day. The sheer cruelty of these actions left the fandom in shock, with many expressing outrage that fan wars had escalated to such extreme levels. Seeing this, a lot of fans started rallying to counteract the hate by flooding social media with love and support for Hyunjin, not just for his birthday. These fans took it upon themselves to send messages of encouragement, post fan art, and ensure that positive hashtags drowned out the negativity. Many did their very best to shield Hyunjin from seeing the hurtful comments and to remind him that he is deeply loved by a lot of people within the fandom, while simultaneously trying to get rid of all the negative accounts online. However, this situation also reignited an ongoing conversation about the toxicity of solo stans within a group's fanbase, as this isn't the first time that one member's fanbase has turned on another member so extremely. While supporting a favorite member is normal, some fans take their biases to an extreme, attacking other members they perceive as competition or as taking attention away from their favorite idol. Unfortunately, this wasn't the only serious attack against Hyunjin, as just last year, a protest truck appeared outside JYP Entertainment's building a week before his birthday, demanding that he leave Stray Kids entirely. The messages displayed on the truck accused him of being responsible for tarnishing the group's reputation, referencing multiple past controversies. Among the accusations, the protest truck brought up Hyunjin's past mistreatment controversy from 2021, an issue that had led him to take a hiatus for several months. At the time, old allegations surfaced accusing Hyunjin of being a school tormentor during his pre-debut days. While he issued an apology and personally met with the individuals involved, the controversy isn't something that the group has been able to escape, despite how innocent Hyunjin might have been. Though he was able to return to group activities, some fans have never fully moved on from the situation and continue to demand his departure from Stray Kids. One huge issue people had was when Hyunjin's name was dragged into a rumor involving the trainee Han So-hee, as a screenshot of a supposed chat log suggested that Hyunjin had a connection with her. Even though the rumor was quickly debunked and the allegations were heavily denied, with even the original poster admitting that the chat logs were fabricated, the damage had unfortunately already been done, with anti-fans seizing the moment to spread negativity against him. Hyunjin in particular has faced relentless criticism over the years, with some fans feeling that he is unfairly targeted compared to other idols who have faced similar or even more severe controversies. For many fans, the ongoing attacks against Hyunjin are exhausting and heartbreaking. With most of the fandom being loving and dedicated fans of his, they have long argued that while he has made mistakes in the past, he has taken accountability and worked to move forward. They find it deeply unfair that certain groups within the fandom refuse to let him grow beyond his past and continue to always try to paint him as the villain at every opportunity. Many also expressed frustration over how easily misinformation spreads and how quickly some fans turn against idols based on unverified claims, as it can often lead to more severe consequences as seen in the past. In fact, to many fans, Stray Kids would not be the same without Hyunjin, as he is not only one of the group's main dancers, but also a core part of their identity and artistic vision, something that the group holds very dear.